What is Angular?
Angular is a robust open source front end framework developed by Google. It's primarily used for building dynamic single page applications, SPAs, with a focus on scalability and maintainability. Angular provides a comprehensive solution with features like data binding, dependency injection, and directives, facilitating developers in creating complex and efficient web applications. Its component based architecture allows for modular development, making it easier to manage and test code.
Which language is primarily used to write Angular applications?
Angular applications are primarily written in TypeScript. TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript that adds static types, which help identify potential errors during development. This feature makes TypeScript a popular choice for larger applications where maintainability and scalability are important. Additionally, TypeScript's tooling capabilities enhance developer productivity, making it a valuable asset for Angular development.
What is the purpose of the Eng module in Angular?
The purpose of the ng module in Angular is to declare components, directives, and pipes, and to import other modules. It organizes an application into cohesive blocks of functionality, ensuring a modular architecture. ng modules also define the scope for the services they provide, helping manage dependencies across different parts of an application.
Which decorator is used to define an Angular component?
The R-component decorator is used to define an Angular component. It allows you to specify various properties like the component's selector, template, and styles. This decorator helps Angular to know that the class is a component and where it should be used within the application.
What is data binding in Angular?
Data binding in Angular is a mechanism that links data between the component class and the template. It allows for automated synchronization between the model and the view. In Angular, data binding can be achieved using various techniques such as interpolation for one-way data binding and property event binding, or two-way data binding using ngModel for more interactive applications. This feature enables developers to efficiently update the user interface in response to user interactions or data changes without having to manually manipulate the DOM.
Which directive is used for conditional rendering in Angular?
The directive used for conditional rendering in Angular is ngIf. This directive allows you to conditionally include a template based on the truthiness of an expression. If the condition is true, the element is included in the DOM. If false, the element is removed. This helps with improving performance by minimizing the number of elements in the DOM and only rendering content when necessary.
What is a service in Angular?
In Angular, a service is a class that is responsible for performing a specific task, usually involving business logic or data management. It is designed to be reusable and can be injected into components or other services using Angular's dependency injection system. Services help keep the components lean by offloading tasks like data fetching, logging, or business calculations, allowing for better code organization and scalability.
What is dependency injection in Angular?
Dependency injection in Angular is a design pattern used to supply components or services with their dependencies rather than having them create their own. This pattern enhances modularity, reusability, and testability. In Angular, the dependency injection system allows us to define a consistent way for components to acquire external resources they need, such as services. This is done by declaring these dependencies in the component's constructor, which Angular then resolves when the component is instantiated.
Which of the following is the correct way to apply CSS styles?
Using the styles property in the component decorator is often the preferred method in Angular, as it allows for component-specific styling, enabling better encapsulation and maintainability of the styles. For global styles, you would typically modify the global styles as. But the styles property is ideal for controlling component level styles directly.
What does the async pipe in Angular do?
The async pipe in Angular automatically subscribes and unsubscribes to observables or promises in templates. It helps manage subscriptions efficiently, ensuring that resources are released when the component is destroyed, preventing potential memory leaks. This makes it a powerful tool for handling asynchronous data streams in a clean and maintainable way.
What is the default change detection strategy in Angular?
The default change detection strategy in Angular is default. This means that Angular will check the entire component tree for changes and update the UI accordingly whenever an event occurs that Angular tracks. It ensures that the application state and UI remain synchronized by automatically propagating changes throughout the components.
What is the role of injectable decorator in Angular?
The injectable decorator in Angular is used to mark a class as a service that can be injected into components or other services. It allows the class to participate in Angular's dependency injection system, ensuring that instances of the class can be created and managed by Angular's injection system. This is crucial for effectively managing dependencies in a scalable way, promoting modular architecture, and making the application easier to test and maintain.
What is the purpose of the input decorator in Angular?
The input decorator in Angular is used to declare input properties that allow data to be passed from a parent component to a child component. This enables components to communicate with each other by sending data down the component tree, making it a crucial feature for building dynamic and interactive applications.
What is the purpose of the output decorator in Angular?
The output decorator in Angular is used to define custom events that a child component can emit to the parent component. It allows for communication between components, where the child can send data or signals to the parent using event emitters. This is crucial for managing interactions and data flow in Angular applications.
What is the primary purpose of the HTTP client service in Angular?
The primary purpose of the HTTP client service in Angular is to make HTTP requests to backend servers. It is a powerful tool used for both retrieving data from and sending data to a server, facilitating communication between front-end applications and backend services. It supports various HTTP methods such as GET, POST, PUT, and DELETE, and provides features for handling requests and responses, including interception and error handling.
Which file typically bootstraps the Angular application?
The file that typically bootstraps the Angular application is main.ts. This file is responsible for initializing the application by bootstrapping the root module, which is usually the app module defined in app.module.ts. The main.ts file uses the platform browser dynamic function to compile and launch the application.
Can Angular templates contain multiple root elements?
No, Angular templates must have one root element. This is because the template should be a single encapsulated entity, and having multiple root elements can lead to issues with rendering and component lifecycle. To work around this, you can often wrap the elements in a common parent like a file.
What is the primary purpose of Angular directives?
The primary purpose of Angular directives is to add behavior to elements in the DOM. Directives in Angular allow developers to manipulate the structure of the DOM by adding elements, removing elements, or altering their appearance and behavior. This makes the application dynamic and interactive by extending the capabilities of HTML with custom attributes and elements.
What is the purpose of Angular Router?
The purpose of Angular Router is to manage navigation and URLs in single-page applications. It enables the application to have multiple views and allows the user to navigate between them without refreshing the entire page. This provides a seamless user experience by dynamically displaying content based on the route, typically controlled through URL segments. This is crucial for maintaining the state and structure of an Angular application as users interact with different parts of the app.
What is the role of browser module in Angular?
The browser module is essential in Angular applications as it provides services crucial for launching and running apps in a browser environment. It includes functionalities such as DOM rendering, sanitization, and other core services needed for a web application to function seamlessly on a browser. This module is typically imported in the root module of an Angular application.